Hi guys, welcome back to Be Beautithical. I'm Archana and today I'm showing you this Indian makeup look which can be worn for festivals, events and even for attending Indian weddings and functions. So let's get right into it. I'm using the Inglot eye makeup base to prime my eyelids. I'm using my fingers to dot the product onto the lids and then gently blending it into the skin. I really like using this primer as it gives a good base for my eyeshadow to stick to and also helps my eye makeup to last longer. Then I'm using this flat eyeshadow brush and luxury powder from Beverly in the shade Banana to set the primer in place. I will mention all the products that I'm using here in the description box below, so do check the description box for more details. Then I'm taking this eyeshadow from Geek in the shade Chickadee, and to apply it I'm taking this dome-shaped brush from P.A.C Cosmetics. I'm taking this as a transition color and applying this a little above my crease and a little bit on my crease line. This will give a fading out effect upwards from the crease line. This is a perfect transition color for Indian skin tone. Browns generally look muddy and not quite nice. Then I'm taking the shade Buck from the Naked palette and using the same brush that I had used to apply the transition shade. I'm applying it directly onto my crease line. This will give an illusion of having a deeper crease line. Then I'm taking a flat eyeshadow brush from P.A.C Cosmetics and the shade Hustle from the Naked palette and applying it all over the lid. I'm just applying or placing the shade all over the lid, so I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush. If I needed to do any blending like I did for the transition shade or for the crease color, I would have used a dome-shaped brush or a blending brush. So if it does get messy at the corners while applying eyeshadows, you can always clean up the edges, and I have shown you how to do that in my smoky eye tutorial, which will pop up on the screen now, and you can click on it to watch how I do it. Then I'm taking this Pure Pigment eyeshadow in number 22 from Inglot. It's a loose pigment and I'm using my ring finger to apply it on the center of my eyelid for a pop of this color. It's a dual shade pigment and looks very pretty, especially under lights. So I'm just applying this pigment on the center of the eyelid and not the entire lid. Then I'm using the color Creep from the Naked palette and using it to intensify the outer corners of my eyes. This is to give more depth to the eyes. If you feel the need to intensify the color on either side or both sides, just go on with more product to build up the intensity. Then I'm using this Pure Pigmented eyeshadow in shade PP06 from P.A.C Cosmetics. I'm applying this with a densely packed flat eyeshadow brush from P.A.C Cosmetics again. You can use any flat eyeshadow brush for this and it will work the same. I'm applying this shade to the inner 1/3 of the eyelid to lighten that area a bit. Then I'm using the same brush to intensify the center lid pigment to pop it a little more. So once you complete the eye look, you can intensify any of the colors or all of the colors which you feel need to look more intense. Then I'm taking the dome-shaped brush that I had used earlier to blend away and soften any harsh lines around the edges of the shadow. If you need to clean the corners or shape the corners of the eyes, do that first and then blend the corners to soften the lines. Then I'm taking this Pure Pigmented eyeshadow in number PP02 from P.A.C Cosmetics and this thin pencil brush from P.A.C Cosmetics to highlight my brow bone. I'm concentrating the color on the brow bone, and with whatever is left on the brush, I'm dragging the brush towards the bridge of the nose for a subtle highlight effect there. I'm also highlighting my inner corner of the eyes with the shade to make my eyes look more awake and open. Then I'm using the dome brush number 16 to blend the crease transition color and the brow bone highlight together. Moving on, I'm using this small angular brush from P.A.C Cosmetics and the shade PP06 to line the inner 1/3 of my lower lash line. This is the same shade which we used on the inner 1/3 of our eyelid earlier. I chose this brush specifically for lower lash line today because I wanted to concentrate the color close to the lash line and didn't want a very thick lower lash line definition. Then in the center of the lower lash line, I'm applying what we applied on the center of the lid, the dual colored pure pigment from Inglot. So basically today I'm exactly matching the colors on my lid with the colors on the lower lash line. And so going with the theme, I'm applying the shade Creep to the outer 1/3 of the lower lash line. Then I'm taking this black eye pencil from P.A.C Cosmetics and I'm going to give some definition to the upper and lower waterlines quickly. So I place the pencil on the outer corner of my eye on the waterline. Then I close my eye tightly and look up while my eye is still closed. Basically, I want my eyeball to be up and out of the way of the pencil. You don't want the pencil to touch your eyeball. And then just move the pencil a few times from inner corner to outer corner. I'm doing this to ensure that there are no gaps peeping through the lash lines later. Sharpening the pencil before use will give better results. Then I'm lining my lower waterline to enhance the color there. If you like the effect of lining the upper and lower waterlines together, you can stop at that. I'm just lining them separately again for more intensity. And so for the same reason, I'm intensifying my upper lash line by applying the color right on top of the lash line. I'm not going to use any liner today as this will give the liner effect and will give enough definition to the eyes. And then I'm also connecting the upper and lower lines at the outer corner of the eyes. Then I'm using the Essential Eyeshadow palette from Beverly to set the kajal we just applied. I'm going to use the black color and the small angled brush which we used on the lower lash line. Kajal pencils normally don't set on their own unless they are long lasting or smudge proof or long stay pencils. If you don't set these with powder, they can smudge very easily even due to sweat or oils on the lid. This brush is very useful to get the eyeshadow powder right on top of the kajal, especially since I don't want a very thick line today. Moving on, I'm taking the bigger angled brush number 222 from P.A.C Cosmetics and a combination of shades Cork and Mink Stole from the Beverly Essential Eyeshadow palette to fill in my brows. I have a detailed video on how I like to fill in and set my brows. It'll pop up on top of the screen somewhere right now, so do check it out for some tips and best practices. Now I'll clean my face for any fallouts from the loose pigment that we've used and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be back. You can check out my flawless foundation routine which will pop up on the screen now to see how I do my full coverage foundation. So I have finished the rest of my makeup and I have applied lashes and some mascara on my eyes. I really enjoyed creating this makeup look for you guys. I hope you had fun too. Do like and share the video if you did, and again, all the products that I have used here I will mention in the description box below the video, so do check it out for more details. And thank you for being here and watching my video. And please don't forget to subscribe for more cruelty-free videos from my channel. And remember, don't just make up, make it cruelty-free. Have a great rest of your day and I will see you again soon. Bye!